This police captain made a very unusual request to an officer. But the officer had even a better response to such a request.
I don't show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the President of the United States.
But before that, first let's see how this Dearborn chief tried to avoid the arrest.
Where are you drinking at?
What's that?
Where are you drinking at tonight?
We're in,
On August 29, 2023, this Dearborn fire chief, later identified as Joseph Murray, was stopped by the police for driving recklessly on the road. What initially seemed to be a DUI investigation quickly turned into something more shocking.
How long ago did you have those beers? Within a couple hours. All right, what time do you think it is right now, sir, without looking at the clock? You already looked at the clock. You're good. All right, have you had anything to drink or eat in the last 15 minutes?
In the last 15 minutes?
Yep.
No.
Okay, sir, go ahead and shut the vehicle off for me.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
This dude's absolutely poo-pooed. Great.
Got anything on you that we need to know about?
No, I have nothing.
All right, go ahead and take a step over here. Turn around for me real quick.
What's
Put
that?
your hands out of your pocket. Put your hands up here.
Yes, sir.
Chief Joseph thought he might get away with driving drunk, but the cops didn't care who he was or what position he held. All they cared about was ensuring he faced the consequences if he was indeed intoxicated.
Where are you drinking at?
What's that?
Where are you drinking at tonight?
We're in,
You guys license or no?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Boogie Brews. I'm like
What?
2 blocks away from my house. Big League Brews.
Baby Brews?
Big
Big League Brews. And how many do you have? 4 beers?
I
Just,
yeah, like 4 or 5 beers.
4 or
yes.
5? All right, because I mean, let's just be honest. You're absolutely ripped. Right?
I don't.
You're hammered. You're drunk. You can barely speak. You can barely stand up. All
What do you
right.
mean I can barely stand? I don't.
Okay, come on over here.
The officer told Chief Joseph the brutal truth that it didn't matter if he tried to lie about what he had to drink because they could clearly see his level of intoxication from his slurred speech, blurred eyes, and inability to stand properly.
All right, you got any physical problems? Knees, back, hips, anything like that?
No, sir.
No? Can you walk in a straight line?
Yeah, I absolutely can.
You can? All right, take one big step back, a big step back.
What's that? 1 step back?
A big one, yeah?
Okay.
Perfect. What I want you to do, I want you to put your right foot in front of your left foot, touch your heel to your toe, just like this. Stand just like this. Right in front of it, though, not on the side of it. Just see how I am?
Alright.
Perfect. Now don't move.
Okay.
Oh, don't touch your car. All right, right foot, that's close. That's really close. All right, when I tell you to, you're going to take 9 steps in a straight line. You're going to touch your heel to your toe on each step. You're going to count each step out loud. It's going to look just like this. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 9. On your 9th step, you're going to keep your foot just like I am. You're going to turn by taking a series of small steps. And you're going to come back, take 9 more heel to toe steps. Do you understand that?
Before this, another field sobriety test was conducted, a simple eye test, which he also failed miserably. But let's see how he performs in this one, as it could be his last chance to prove that his BAC is under .08.
9 steps turn, 9 steps back. Count each step out loud. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No, I'm sorry.
9 steps, turn, come back.
Okay.
Count each step out loud. Once you start, don't stop. Do you understand the instructions?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Let me see your best shot at it. I'll fill in.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And back.
Yeah. Yep. Just like I demonstrated.
2, 3,
It's
4,
really good.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Perfect. Great.
Well, he at least passed one of the easiest tests among the field sobriety tests. But, however, the officers knew the extent of his condition, so they asked him to perform another, more challenging test for an intoxicated person. And then,
Yep. Foot in the air, approximately 6 inches, and 1001, 1002, 1003.
Sorry.
Legs, see how my legs straight, toes pointed, like this, see? Like that. Oh my gosh, we're not gonna do that because you're gonna bump your noggin.
I don't know.
All right, Joseph. We already established in the last 15 minutes you've had nothing to eat or drink, smoke, burp, regurgitate, throw up, or put in your mouth, all right? State of Michigan requires that upon request of a police officer you submit to a preliminary breath test. Failure to do so results in a fine, a civil infraction, up to $100. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, open your mouth, stick your tongue out. Perfect. There's a PBT, open up, it's like a balloon, blow as hard as you can.
I mean, no, I mean, I'm like for a lawyer or something.
You don't want to take that?
I don't understand, like, what's
We just want to see where you're at, because I think you're intoxicated. I think you've had too much to drink today. This will just kind of give us a rough estimate of exactly where kind of that number's at, okay?
I feel like I just need to wait for a lawyer.
As soon as he was about to perform another sobriety test, he barely managed to keep himself from falling over. And concerned that he might injure himself during the test, the officers asked him to blow into a breathalyzer to check his BAC level, to which he outright refused and said he would need a lawyer.
You want to wait for a lawyer? Fantastic. You're going to be placed under arrest. Put your hands behind your back, okay? Under arrest for drunk driving.
9-6 radio, can I book for one?
Cuffs are good. Come on.
For one.
Come on. Go to my police car. This way.
There's nothing on me.
Okay, sit down. Watch your head, please. You're good.
He was quickly arrested by the cops on charges of driving under the influence. However, the one positive aspect of this situation was that Chief Joseph did not resort to pulling out his "Do you know who I am" card or behave aggressively with the officers.
Will you take a blood test, sir?
I'm sorry?
I'm asking you to take a blood test, okay? So here's how it works. I'm asking you to take a blood test. If you say no, I'm going to get a search warrant. We're going to go take your blood. You're going to get 6 points, and they're going to suspend your license. If you say yes, we do the blood. Everything goes smoothly. We send it out for testing, and then we'll handle everything on court. All right, it's entirely up to you. I'm going to get the results one way or another at this point. Like I said, I'm asking you to consent to a blood test, and if you'll take one.
No, I mean, I understand. I'm not trying to be, like, against anything,
Right.
but, like, I don't want to do anything without,
All right, okay. I just want you to be clear, though. You do understand that if you say no, you're gonna get 6 points, and your license is gonna get suspended, right? What do you do for work? Right. So you probably need a driver's license, right?
I agree.
Okay. So
Yes.
I just want you to understand that if you say no, I'm gonna get a search warrant. We're gonna just draw the blood, okay? So I'm getting my results one way or another, sir. I understand you're in a bad spot here. You obviously put yourself in a bad spot here tonight, okay? So if
Officers asked Chief Joseph if he agreed to provide a blood sample to confirm his BAC level, since he refused to use the breathalyzer, which would have been an easier option. Chief Joseph clearly stated that he could, but he would not until he had met with his lawyer. And what's more surprising is that the chief knew the consequences of refusing to take a blood sample, because the officers could get a search warrant and do it anyway, but he still managed to keep his word.
I'm not trying to not go with the program. I'm just trying to, like, have my
I know, but
lawyer,
it's
that's
probably
all.
about 2, almost 3:30 or 3 in the morning on Tuesday morning. It's really, we're on the side of, what are we on here, Carlisle? We're on the side of Carlisle at 3 in the morning, sir, so it's not really feasible or practical to think that you're going to have an attorney available to you at 3 a.m. on Tuesday
No, I
morning.
agree with that. I agree
Right.
with that. No, it's
All right.
fine. You can.
So my question is, will you consent to a blood test?
I won't.
What?
Not until I can talk to an attorney.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you one. I'm going to advise you that that's going to be a refusal, okay?
I don't know what that means, but
That means that you've refused the blood test. We're going to go to the station. I'm going to get a search warrant, then we're going to go take your blood, okay? And now you're going to have to go. Now your license is going to end up probably suspended for a year. You're going to get 6 points, so you won't be able to drive, okay? You understand that?
As the chief continued to insist that he would not provide a blood sample until he had an attorney, the officer called it a refusal. The officer then proceeded to obtain a search warrant for his blood sample. Additionally, the chief's license would be suspended for a year if he was found driving under the influence.
I just want to talk to my lawyer before.
But you don't have a lawyer, you said, and it's 3 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, sir. We're on the side of the road. There's not an opportunity at this exact second to talk to a lawyer. You said you don't even have one. Therefore, my question is, will you consent to a blood test, yes or no?
Not at this time.
Not at this time. Fantastic. Okay.
You guys got one with you?
Yeah, we got to go get a warrant.
Chief Joseph Patrick Murray then turned himself in the next morning and was charged with 1 count of operating with a high blood alcohol content and 1 count of operating while intoxicated. Just 2 days later, on October 30th, Dearborn Mayor Abdullah Hammoud replaced Joseph in his job. He was given a $5,000 personal bond. The conditions of his bond included not using alcohol and adhering to any employment conditions set by the city. But what about a female captain who tried to use her position card to avoid arrest?
I see your badge, but I'm telling you, your speech is slurred. You reek of alcohol. You put me in a bad spot.
In Loveland, Ohio, officers observed a white SUV making a wrong turn and driving on a yellow line. When they initiated the traffic stop, they encountered this woman, Amanda Kaitton, a police captain, and her husband Patrick, who was also a Cincinnati officer. But despite being officers themselves, the couple seemed unaware of the gravity of the offense they had committed.
We'll driveway there. Stops here on the road. Good evening.
Hi.
Hello, you got your license insurance on you real quick?
Yeah.
The reason I'm stopping initially why I stopped was you made the turn at the 5-way. There's a dotted yellow line there, and you totally
Oh, okay.
it was in the middle of your car.
I am a Cincinnati police officer too, if that makes a difference.
I don't know. Where are you coming from?
We were downtown, Loveland.
Okay.
I
Do you have your gun on you?
do,
Where's that at?
in my purse.
As soon as officers asked for her ID and insurance, she initially said she would provide them, but then tried to avoid the situation by using her position card, claiming she was also a Cincinnati officer, as if expecting the officers to let her go. But that was just the beginning of this thrilling drama.
All right, let me do this. Let me put your gun in the car, in the trunk. Is that okay?
Northeast Police 2.
That's not what I meant, but 11, I'm gonna need you on this one. Hey, pop your trunk for me, please.
Over.
I was gonna put this on your seat. Yeah, that's fine. Just unlock your car, please. Unlock your car so I can put this in your trunk. Can you unlock your car?
Unlock the car, Amanda.
She became so hesitant that the officer had to repeatedly ask her to unlock her car, as if he were some kind of thief trying to rob her. However, in the end, she ultimately complied with the officer's request.
Yeah, okay, here's the problem. I smell alcohol on you, okay? And your speech is slurred. And you had your gun on you. I'm putting that in the trunk, but your speech is slurred and everything. I don't know what you want me to do. I can't just... I see your badge, but I'm telling you, your speech is slurred. You reek of alcohol. You put me in a bad spot.
You want me to drive home, officer?
No, that's not how it's gonna work. You got your gun on you too?
I do. Turn on the radio.
The officers immediately informed her that they smelled alcohol on her breath, indicating that an investigation would follow. But her husband Patrick, upon hearing this, asked if he could drive her home, which was quite funny given their understanding of the law.
All right.
We're about 4 blocks from our house.
Yeah, we did.
You don't understand the circumstances right now, okay?
I don't.
You don't. I mean, everything's recorded. I can't just do nothing now.
Oh,
You guys both reek of alcohol. You were passed out sleeping when I
Who
pulled you
was?
over.
I was not.
Okay, that's fine.
Wide awake.
Okay, that's fine. But she's slurred and everything. I can't
No,
just.
she's not. You do,
No.
officer.
That's
You do
why.
what you gotta do.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I drove, because I was fine.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's do this.
All right.
Step
You
on
know,
out with
you-
me
you
and
know,
talk to me,
we
sir.
crossed a yellow line while we were driving. You do what you gotta do.
I have to. You understand that? I have to. It's not that I want to.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Hold on to your ID.
How long you been a cop?
Pat, stop it. Stop.
And when the officers informed them that the situation would not work according to their rules, the couple quickly became aggressive, continuously questioning the officer's duty and attempting to trap him and letting them leave.
Sir, you've got your gun on you and you're intoxicated too.
I am not.
Don't.
I am not.
She just said you were. That's why she drove home.
She didn't.
She said that's why she drove home.
I said,
No, she drove home because she's not intoxicated. You do what you got to do.
Well, here's the problem. Two is that you've got your gun on you. Where's that at?
It's on my hip.
It's on your hip? Okay. All right. Miss Amanda, step out with me real quick. Okay? Just talk to me real quick and we'll go from there. Where do you work?
Cincinnati Police Department.
I know. What district are you at?
I'm just transferred to inspections.
What's that?
Inspections.
Okay.
We live just down the street.
I understand that. My hands are tied. Okay, everything's recorded, and that's, you know the circumstances.
Right.
Okay.
The situation became more thrilling when Amanda was asked to step out of the vehicle, and although she behaved quite nicely, her husband was the one trying to cause chaos and turn this simple situation into a mess.
I've got another officer coming to back me up because you both are armed and all that stuff, and he's agitated. I'm just going to check your eyes and make sure you're okay, and we'll go from there, okay? Now, do you have any head injuries or anything?
No.
Are you epileptic or diabetic at all?
Mm-mm.
You wearing contacts for color or anything?
No, but I'm not going to take any kind of...
You're not even going to let me do HGN on
Right.
you? Okay. All right. Well, and why's that?
Well, I mean, you can do the whatever, but I'm not... I've got high heels on. I'm not going to do any...
Okay. All right. And that's fine. I'm going to wait till my buddy gets here, and then we'll talk about it.
She began to act as if she were in charge, because even before the officer could ask her to perform any sobriety tests, she flatly refused, claiming she couldn't do certain tests because she was wearing high heels. A rather lame excuse. But would the officer allow that?
See right there. 2 Cincinnati police officers, slurred speech, all the jazz, and they got their guns on them. So watch him. He's already agitated with me, the one in the car. I took her gun. I didn't know he had his until I was walking away. So she said she's going to let me do HGN, and hopefully that'll clear all this up. All right. Here, look at me real quick. I'm just going to check your eyes, okay? And you don't have any injuries or anything in your...
Well,
okay.
I mean, I have kind of lazy eye.
Okay, all right. You see my pen? I just need you to follow the tip of this pen with just your eyes. That means keep your head still, okay? Hopefully this will all be taken care of here, okay? All right. All right, this time, now I'm going to start the test. I just made sure your eyes were tracking equally. All right. And you said you won't do any tests, you won't take your shoes off and do any more tests, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got high heels.
I know, you could take those off. You got gym shoes in the car or anything?
No.
You know you've had too much to drink. You know you drink too much to drive.
We live just down the street.
I understand where you live, but you know
But I haven't had too much to drink.
When she failed the eye test, the officer knew that she had too much to drink. However, Amanda exerted so much authority over the officer that he hesitated to ask her for additional tests, given her previous refusals. But that didn't last for long.
You can follow us home if you want. I mean...
How long have you been with Cincinnati?
16 years.
Right. So you're not going to do any field tests to help me out to make the right decision?
Follow us home.
Sorry, I can't. I mean, you know the procedure. I mean, you know how this goes then. You know, I mean, it's beyond too far. I can't just follow you home now. You understand that? It's nothing personal.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to have to do what I have to do, okay? I'm going to have to arrest you for drinking and driving tonight. We'll do the paperwork. I'm not going to charge you for the gun. I'm not going to do that to you. I have too much respect for you. But I can't not, you know what I mean? Not for this, it's, you know, you understand, right?
It's surprising how Amanda would not perform any sobriety tests other than the eye test, but instead would ask the officer to follow her home so he could see if they reached safely. The situation kept getting more intense as the officer was still stuck in what decision to make.
You by drinking at Cindy's and driving, and me by being the one to stop you. Okay, this is my worst nightmare. I hate doing this. Okay, you got a mad husband up there with a gun. Okay, I'm not charging you with the gun. I'm not doing that because that would be, you know what, weapons under disability. It's a felony. I'm not going to do that to you. This we can get through, though. Okay, so I am going to arrest you for drinking and driving right now. Okay, and then we'll go do the paperwork and we'll offer you a breath test. And if you haven't had that much to drink, you know how that goes. Okay, and then if you blow under, if you do blow and you blow under, get you home tonight. Okay, we'll get you home regardless tonight. Okay, but I am going to have to arrest you for drinking and driving tonight. Okay.
The officer finally made a decision to arrest her, which was clearly the right call given the circumstances. And on top of that, he was being too nice with Amanda, saying that he wouldn't charge her for carrying a firearm while being intoxicated. But what about her husband, who was sitting mad in the car?
Okay, so let's do that now. We'll talk to your husband, and he's going to be mad as a badger, but... Okay. What district are you with again? You're in...
I'm just moved to inspections.
Okay, well, hopefully we can get through this just easily. It's county, and we'll do our best, okay?
You are county or Loveland?
No, I'm Loveland, but I'm saying it's going to county court, Claremont County Court. Let's have a seat in the back of my car, and I'll talk to your husband. We'll park the car. We don't have to tow it. I don't want you to fall down. It's slippery. Stop right here for me. I got to unlock it. All right, I'm going to talk to your husband. I thought I saw you slap him awake, that's all. When I walked up, I saw you shake him. I thought you were waking him up, that's why.
Oh, no, I was just telling him to calm down. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Then once she was finally seated in the car on the charges of DUI, it was now time for the officer to calmly explain the situation to her husband, which was less likely to be possible.
All right, man. Here's the deal. We're not towing the car, and we're going to get you home, or you can go with her. Just going to offer her a test and be done with it.
What?
Yeah.
You're going to offer her a test for what?
For, the breathalyzer test.
Are you kidding me?
No, don't. Keep your hands where I can see them though, for you. Because you said you have your gun on you. Hey.
Knock it off.
I'm doing the best under the circumstances, okay?
You're starting this whole traffic stop because we crossed a double yellow line while making a left-hand turn?
Well, a couple times, but that's the one that drew my attention to her, and that's what I was telling her, okay? We can argue about this. That's what court's for, if it goes that far.
Are you really
If she tests under, I'll just bring her home.
No, she's not going to do a test.
Okay, well, that's up to her.
She's not going to do a test.
Okay, well, I'm not charging her for the gun. I'm not doing anything that.
What the hell?
1611
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? No, I said I'm not going to.
What? Why would you?
Because she's intoxicated carrying a firearm.
No, she's not.
Okay, well, then she can do the test and prove that.
No, she shouldn't.
Her husband kept arguing with the officer that his wife was on the right side of the law and did his best to defend her. But when he was asked why he would not allow her to perform a blood alcohol test, he had no answer other than being aggressive.
Okay, well then she...
Why are you pushing this issue?
Because I have to. I'm not losing my job because I'm letting someone go away.
Job.
You don't know how this works here. Yes, that's how it works.
Yeah, I do know.
If I were to let her go, and why didn't you arrest someone that you thought was impaired?
4 blocks from our house.
I've arrested people in their garages before. It's not the point.
All right.
So, what's your plan?
What do you mean, what is my plan?
Well, I can park the car here and we can give you a ride home and then we'll drive her home when we're done.
I don't want to ride from you guys. You do what you got.
It was her husband who was so furious that he got out of the car, refusing a ride home from the officers because he felt they were doing no favors for him or his wife.
Go ahead and park it away.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Miss Man, I'm going to park your car, okay?
Okay.
All right.
You're not talking to my wife.
No, you're not talking to her right now.
Why?
Go walk like you said you were going to do. You're good to go.
Fellas, you know what? I don't know why you're doing this. I really don't know why you're doing it.
Okay.
According to sources, Amanda Kaitton was taken to department headquarters where she refused a blood alcohol content test, but was later charged with OVI refusal and centerline violation. But a few hours after the charges were filed, officers provided Amanda with a ride home, and when her husband saw this, he accused the officers of unprofessional behavior, questioning them. "You drove all the way out there to shit in my front driveway." But what about an off-duty officer who was caught twice driving while under the influence?
The reason why I'm here is because you fell asleep.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying.
No, you didn't say any of that. Okay, I just woke you up right now.
On July 2nd, 2023, officers were patrolling when they spotted a man asleep behind the wheel of a car. As they approached to assess the situation, they identified the man as off-duty Union City Police Officer Mauricio Garcus. However, this did not deter the officers from carrying out their duties.
How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Ciacchi Police. Put your car in park. Put your car in park.
Hey, yo.
Put your car in park. Put it in park. Put the gear in park. Put the gear in park. Perfect. How you feeling?
Good,
Okay. Ciacchi Police, Officer Gonzalez has been recording my body cam, okay? What happened?
We're home, man. That's it.
Uh-huh.
We're home.
You know where you are?
Yeah, home.
Where are you?
By Hoboken.
You where?
By Hoboken.
By Hogan?
By Hoboken.
By Hoboken? You know what town you're in?
Yeah, Hoboken.
You know, you're not in Hoboken.
We're home.
Where's home?
Like 2 blocks away. I live in Ciacchi.
You live in Ciacchi?
Yes, sir.
Where in Ciacchi do you live?
Like a block away.
Block away? Can you roll out this window a little bit more?
At first, Mauricio was intoxicated to the point where he was conscious but unable to understand what the officers were saying to him. But ultimately, he rolled down the window, revealing his level of intoxication through his slurred speech.
Okay, do you understand what's going on right now?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
We're home, that's it.
No, you understand what's going on, though? You understand why I'm here talking to you?
Of course, brother.
What happened?
Motor vehicle stop.
Huh?
Motor vehicle stop.
It's not a motor vehicle stop. You weren't driving.
You got it, brother. I'm going straight home.
You going straight home? Where you coming from?
Union City.
You coming from Union City?
Yes, sir.
What were you doing?
Going straight home.
You were just driving straight home?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand why I'm talking to you though right now? Do you understand
Yes,
what
sir.
happened? What happened right now?
I've been a straight line. That's it. I'm going to go home.
Huh?
Straight home. That's it.
You go straight home? That's
Yes,
it?
sir, brother.
Mauricio consistently provided correct answers to entirely unrelated questions, all due to his considerable intoxication. But what really makes this situation shocking is, was he going to drive home given his current level of intoxication?
You weren't driving your car, okay? I didn't stop you. You already stopped,
Yes, sir.
okay? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what you were doing?
Yes, I want to stop. I'm going to go home straight home.
No, you're not understanding. You're not understanding what I'm saying. The reason why I'm here is because you fell asleep.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying.
No, you didn't say any of that, okay? I just woke you up right now.
Yes, sir. I went straight home. That's it.
Okay, you're repeating yourself. All right. Huh?
2 blocks away. That's it.
2 blocks away or anything?
Yes, sir.
All right.
The exchange.
Okay. Your speech a little slurred. Okay. Did you drink anything?
I'll have a couple drinks.
You had a couple of drinks?
Yes, sir.
He kept insisting he was heading straight home, but in reality, his car was parked and he was fast asleep. And he likely lied to the officers about only having 2 drinks, because judging by his slurred speech, it was clear he had way more than that.
I'm gonna ask you to step out of the car for me. Leave your car in park, right? Just step out of the car. We're gonna go right here on the sidewalk. Come here on the sidewalk. How much did you have to drink tonight?
39, I'll be out there.
A couple.
A couple? What's a couple? About how much?
2.
Okay. Why are you looking away from me? I'm talking to you.
All right.
Look,
Yes, sir.
look towards me. Okay. What's a couple?
Like 2.
Like 2?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It's pretty wild that he was so drunk that he couldn't tell which officer he was talking to. And even as he spoke, his repeated phrases made it clear to the officers that he wasn't being honest about how much he had to drink.
You take your hands out of your pocket for me?
I'm sorry.
I'm asking you for anything at the time, okay?
No.
What are you doing? Have you?
Sorry,
I guess you've
brother.
done this already in the past? You have?
Yeah, I do work for Union City PD.
What's that?
I do work for Union City PD.
I never asked you that.
I know.
Why would you bring it up?
I'm just telling you.
Okay. But what does that have to do with you being checked like this before? Nothing.
No.
I guess you want me to take some type of preference or something that you mentioned that?
No.
Like I said, you're being recorded right now also, okay?
He then attempted to gain sympathy from the officers by mentioning he worked as a cop. However, the officers responded cleverly, saying that his position wouldn't prevent his arrest due to his extreme intoxication.
You have any medical conditions? You wear glasses?
No.
Contacts? You have a glass eye?
No.
No? Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do, okay, look at me. Look at my pen, okay? All right? And you just follow my pen without moving your head, all right? Just your eyes, okay? Don't move your head. Okay. You had a couple of drinks, huh? About how many? That you could remember?
2 or 3. 2 or 3.
2 or 3? Okay. Okay, put your head back on. Okay. Do you have any physical ailments with your legs or anything? Do you have any problems? Wooden leg? Nothing? All good?
As he nearly failed the eye test, the officers had to verify his intoxication level with additional field sobriety tests, which turned out to be more shocking than expected.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they have to touch heel to toe. Okay, you're gonna take 9 steps forward and 9 steps back. Okay, whenever you're ready, keep your hands to the side. Go ahead, you may begin.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He could barely stand, let alone perform a sobriety test, yet the officers held out some hope that he might prove not to be highly intoxicated.
You're gonna count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Okay, 6 inches up, which equals about the size of a dollar bill. Okay, the length of a dollar bill. Okay, 6 inches off the ground like this. Okay, 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, all the way to 30. I'll tell you when to begin. Okay, either leg is fine. Towards me. All right, you may begin. Count out loud.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000.
Okay, that's fine. All right, just turn around for me and then just put your arms back like this. All right, turn around real quick and just put your arms out like that. Do that for me? Is that all right? Okay, that's fine. All right. Put your hands together like this. Put your hands together.
Since he couldn't pass any of the field sobriety tests, the officers proceeded to place him in handcuffs. Following the arrest, he admitted to driving under the influence, marking not his first but second offense of drinking and driving. As a consequence of his plea, his license was suspended for a year and he was fined $890 plus court costs. Moreover, he was required to install an ignition interlock device in his vehicle for 2 years. But what about a chief who was so drunk that he felt the need for a stretcher?
So, Brian, so what's happening now is right now you're going to be placed on arrest for suspicion of DUI.
On April 22, 2022, officers received a report about a red pickup truck speeding at double the limit and crashing head-on into another driver on Deacon Drive before running over at least one mailbox on the same street. When officers initiated the traffic stop, they discovered 23-year-old police veteran and Bordentown's top cop, Police Chief Brian Peshy, behind the wheel.
716 dispatch.
16.
Gonna be New Jersey registration. Red pickup. Should come back to Silverado.
That's correct.
Keys in the middle of the road, cell phone in the middle of the road.
The woman whose car was nearly struck by Brian told the police he had pulled off to the side of the road. When officers arrived, they found Brian lying on the ground, and according to the police, Brian was so drunk he could barely stand. But let's see if that was true.
Hi, what happened to your face? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? Like 5. One dispatch. You start for a 35-year-old male with a head left bracelet. There in the back. Probably took a little spill.
What the fuck is that? Pissed on his tire and then took a spill.
710. Yeah.
You got a name?
What's the problem? You're sleeping in the middle of the road. No. Well,
your pants are down.
No.
Officers were still trying to figure out how drunk he was, as he had thrown his belongings out of the car and was lying in the middle of the road with his pants down. But what surprised them more was how he managed to drive even for a minute in such a condition.
Are you diabetic?
Not at all.
Probably the wrong answer.
Wallet in the car? Oh. So, Brian, so what's happening now is right now you're going to be placed on arrest for suspicion of DUI. All right, you're going to go to the hospital, and we're going to do a blood draw.
Just imagine being so drunk that the cops had to call an ambulance to take you to the hospital for treatment. And yet, Chief Brian still had the audacity to question whether the officers were handling the situation correctly.
There's been several calls, and another caller that saw you get out of the car and walk to the back. All right, so this officer's going to hop on the rig with you. You're going to go over to RWJ. I drove somewhere? I don't know. You didn't tell me that. I'm saying that there's been other callers that I've seen you driving, getting out of the car. Driving anywhere. Okay, who was driving? Okay, no one was driving. Okay. Just wait for him to come over and then...
Later, when he was taken to the hospital, it was no surprise that his blood alcohol level was .192, more than double the legal limit. He was then arrested and charged with careless and reckless driving, drunk driving, leaving the scene of an accident involving property damage, and failing to report an accident after driving intoxicated through Hamilton Township. But what about a police captain who thought he would be able to use his position as his authority over the sergeant?
Keep going. I cannot, sir.
On March 12, 2023, a traffic stop was initiated on a black SUV, which was observed swerving through lanes and driving recklessly. The man behind the wheel was a police captain, James Matt French, and when he was approached by Sergeant Chris Skinner for investigation, he made several inappropriate requests which could have turned his life upside down.
Stay in your vehicle. Get back in your car.
I'm
Drunk?
no, the captain.
Huh? A what?
Captain.
Of what? Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car. 116 Shelmington 6 on Henry Lincoln Edward 497. Have a seat.
I will. I'm not.
You been drinking tonight?
I just got a ride.
You been drinking tonight, sir?
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
While conversing with Captain Matt, the officer quickly realized from his odd behavior and slurred speech that he was heavily intoxicated. And let's be honest, he wouldn't have asked Sergeant Chris to turn off his body camera if he didn't know just how deep in trouble he was.
What are you doing pulling in here?
My mom and I stay here.
You been drinking? How much we had to drink tonight, sir?
Please.
Huh? I'm not turning my camera off.
Okay.
Go ahead and step out of the vehicle.
At this point, the sergeant had enough with Captain Matt, especially when he once again asked to have his body camera turned off. The sergeant's perfect response to such a request was to simply ignore it and continue carrying out his duties, regardless of Captain Matt's rank.
I'm sorry.
How much did you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? Liquor?
Yeah.
How
Beer.
many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140.
Midnight.
And I want you to lift it approximately 6 inches off the ground. And while you look at your toe, I want you to count by 1,000s, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, so on and so forth until I tell you to stop. At any point in time you lose your balance or your foot touches the ground, just go ahead and pick your foot back up and continue to count, okay? Do you understand these instructions I've explained to you, Mr. French? You may begin.
1,000.
Keep going.
Can you turn that off?
I cannot, sir.
Please.
I know you're aware of our body cam policy. You know I cannot turn off this body camera.
I do, but I'd like to talk to you.
I can't do that, sir.
Please. Please. I'd like to talk to you.
At first, Captain Matt claimed that he had just 3 to 4 beers, but when the sobriety test rolled out, it was clear to the sergeant that Captain Matt had probably lied about how much he'd actually drunk. And to top it off, Captain Matt still had the nerve to ask the sergeant to switch off his body camera once again, as if he didn't know the department's policies like himself.
I'm a captain on the police department.
I understand that, sir.
I get
and
that.
I am a sergeant on this police officer, and I've taken an oath to uphold the law. I don't show favoritism to anyone, regardless. I don't care if you're a gangbanger or the President of the United States.
Sir, I'm not asking you for that.
If I was to treat you differently than I was to treat like some Southside loco or some pedo, how's that look on me?
Okay, I'm not asking you for that.
Because I wouldn't do that for any of them.
Sergeant Skinner, please.
All right, you may begin.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, please. Please. I'm asking you.
I can't do that.
Okay.
The sergeant made it crystal clear to Captain Matt that he wouldn't turn off his camera, not even for the President of the United States of America, emphasizing his commitment to his job. And Captain Matt's inability to pass a single sobriety test and persistent requests to disable the body camera hinted at his awareness that the footage could potentially go viral on social media.
So we're not going to do the test?
We will.
Okay, because we keep stopping. Okay, let's try another test then.
Who is this?
One of my partners.
Who is it?
Not sure. Can't tell with the lights on. No, it's Officer Kitch. familiar with the walk and turn?
I am.
Okay. While I demonstrate the walk and turn for you, I want you to stand with your left foot in front of your right foot, okay? Left foot in front of your right foot, heel to toe, hands down by your side. Can you do that for me, sir?
You want left foot in front of the right?
Yes, sir. Hands down by your side. Okay. Attempt to hold that position while I demonstrate for you.
Captain Matt then started to seem more concerned about his position when he got to know that several other officers were now at the scene to help the sergeant. But that wouldn't really make a difference because the sergeant himself had handled the situation with perfection.
7, 8, 9.
All right, go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Can we turn the camera off now?
Yeah, we'll turn the camera off now.
Thank you. I'd like to.
After being handcuffed, Captain Matt finally convinced Sergeant Chris Skinner to turn off his camera, and as a result, the department will investigate Captain Matt's actions both criminally and administratively. Captain Matt faced no further consequences, but Sergeant Chris Skinner deserves total credit for continuing with the arrest despite Captain Matt's emotional pleas to stop. But what about an officer who kept crying like a baby when she was caught driving under the influence?
I have rights too, and I'm a police officer, so good luck with that.
You're a police officer?
Yep, good luck with that.
Where at?
Good luck with that.
Where at?
Good luck with that.
On May 9, 2020, officers with the Metro Transit Police Department responded to a report of a motor vehicle accident on private property. Upon arrival, the officers made contact with this suspect, who appeared to be extremely intoxicated. She was later identified as Elena Ciacchi, a 10-year veteran who was unable to provide a proper explanation of the incident.
I was stuck, and I was trying to go home. I was stuck in their yard. I got stuck in the grass, and I couldn't get out.
Okay, why?
I was stuck in the grass, and I could not get out.
I understand that.
You're
Stop
not
repeating.
understanding. I was stuck.
You're not understanding me. Why were you in their yard?
Why are you screaming at
Because
me?
you're not even understanding.
You're screaming at me. I was stuck and I could not get out.
Okay.
I was stuck in the grass
Okay, I'm going to ask you
and
a
I couldn't
question
get out.
again. Why did you pull in their driveway?
I was stuck.
God, you went off the street and you just got stuck?
Listen, if you want to scream at me all you want, then go ahead and you want to do whatever you need to do. And
You want to go to jail?
For
DUI?
what?
DUI?
For what?
Let's go. Let's do some tests. Come on out here.
That's fine.
Here.
For what? For what?
Here.
For what?
You have any problems with your eyes?
No, for what?
Suspicion of driving under the influence.
For what?
Because you drove through somebody's yard.
Because I was stuck. I just said I was
You
stuck.
can't even stand.
And I can't even
You
get
can't
to-
even stand.
I was stuck.
The officer then told the suspect that she needed to take a sobriety test, to which she reacted strangely and didn't want to do it for obvious reasons. Despite her reluctance, the cop insisted on the test because her speech was slurred and she could barely keep her balance.
Ew.
You're repeating the same thing over and over.
Sir, I am stuck.
You're repeating
and
yourself.
I was in someone's yard and I was stuck.
Okay.
What do you want me to do?
Answer this question. How did you get in their yard?
I was stuck.
So you dropped out of the sky and went in their yard?
You want to be smart? Go
You
right
want to be
ahead.
smart?
You want to be right ahead? Go ahead.
You're being smart, actually.
You want to be sued? Go, do what you
Sued
need
for
to
what?
do. Do what you
Okay,
need
come on
to
over
do.
here. We're going to check your eyes. Come on
Do
over
what
here.
you need to do.
Come on over here. We're going to check your eyes.
Do what you need to do.
You want to perform these field sobriety tests?
Do what you need to do.
Do you want to perform these
Do
field?
what you need to do.
Do you want to perform these field
Do what
sobriety
you need to
tests?
do.
Come on over here and perform them.
Do what you need to do. I'm not moving, so go right ahead.
So you're refusing all tests.
I'm not refusing. Do what you need to do.
Well, I can't do them unless you cooperate.
Do what you need to do.
Come on over here then.
Do what you need to do.
Okay.
I'm not refusing.
You are refusing.
No, I'm not. I'm saying.
You're
right
actually
now,
what?
Do what you need to do.
You're actually refusing.
I'm not refusing. Do what you need.
Come on over
to
here.
do. I'm not moving from where I need to be. So if you need to do what you need to do, I'm right here. Do what you need to do.
Elena was outright refusing to take the test. But she also wasn't following the officer's instructions. This non-compliance behavior was counted as a refusal, and then the officers proceeded to arrest her for not taking the sobriety test.
For what? What's your reason?
Driving under the influence of alcohol.
Oh, really? So you
Yeah.
wanted... Oh, okay.
You reek of alcohol.
Okay.
Do what I need to do.
Do what you need to do. You really don't care.
Look over your hands. Loosen them up.
Yeah.
A little bit more loose.
Oh,
There.
I'm fine.
Don't move.
I'm not moving. You're the one that's being aggressive.
I'm not being
Do
aggressive.
what you need to do.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
what you need to
Have
do.
you ever been arrested for a DUI before? What's that? You reek of alcohol. How much alcohol have you had to drink? How much alcohol have you had to drink? Is this how you normally behave? Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you before law. You have the right to consult with an attorney. You have an attorney present with you during question if you wish. If you can't afford a lawyer, one would be appointed for you. Do you understand your rights?
After detaining her, the officers read her rights and placed her in the back of the patrol vehicle. The case took an interesting turn when Elena revealed her profession to the officer.
I have rights too, and I'm a police officer, so good luck with that.
You're a police officer?
Yep, good luck with that.
Where at?
Good luck with that.
Where at?
Good luck with that.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't be the first time.
Good luck with that.
You have a weapon on you? Do you have a weapon on you?
Did you check me before you got in here?
Do you have a weapon on you?
Did
No,
you
I'm
check
calling
me?
for a female.
Did you check me before I got in here? Good luck with that.
15, 16.
Oh, now you want to check me before
I'm
I
going to
got
have
in
a female
back to your
check you because that would be appropriate.
car? Good luck with that.
Are you threatening me?
Good luck with that.
Can you see if the post has a female for a pat down?
Oh, one side on the back. You should have probably checked me before I got in the back of your car. Real smart.
Okay, where do you work?
Good job.
Where do you work?
Good job.
Where do you work?
None of your business.
Oh my gosh. Is this how you really want to do this?
Yeah, I did it.
Is this
You
how
should have checked me before I got in the back of your car.
I don't need to check you. I can
Real
tell
smart.
you're everything's so tight on you. I can see that there's no.
Real smart.
I can see that there's nothing on you.
Real smart.
Elena's behavior suddenly became rude, possibly because she thought that revealing her profession would influence the officers and they'd let her go. However, that wasn't the case, as the laws are meant to be followed by everyone.
Here's the deal, all right? If you don't call somebody for a ride,
Take me home.
you're going to go sit in the county jail.
Take me home.
My car doesn't say taxi.
Did I say that? Take me
Just
home.
like Cleveland Police doesn't say taxi.
You're not Cleveland
Drop-
Police, but take me home.
Just drop the attitude.
I didn't ask that. Did I ask if you're Cleveland Police?
You
Take
are,
me home.
supposedly, right?
Did I ask that?
Huh?
Do what you need to do. I didn't ask if you were Cleveland Police. Take me
You
home.
are.
Take me
Is
home.
this how we act? Is this professional?
It's on video camera. I really don't give a fuck. So take
You
me
don't,
home.
you don't care? It's all on video camera? Okay.
Okay.
You're not going home. You are not going home.
You're fucking rude. Take me home.
You're not going home.
Disrespectful. Take me home. Bye.
It's all on
Done
camera.
talking to you. Done talking.
Okay, well, you're going to go to jail.
Stop talking to me.
You're going to jail.
Take me home.
You're not going home.
Okay. For what reason? Take me home. Your
Driving under the influence.
All
Okay,
right,
you're under arrest
okay.
for driving under the influence of
For
alcohol.
your reason, take me home. Good night. Take me home. Stop talking to me.
Okay, unreal.
The officers gave Elena the option to call someone to pick her up, but things quickly got heated up when Elena asked the officer to drop her home, as if she thought she was in a taxi or a cab.
Good night, baby boy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. What, because... Is it because I'm gay? You don't want to ask for them?
I don't know
You're
you.
a homo? Is that why? Yeah, okay. I see you shaking your head. Everything's on body camera. Is that why? Yeah. Okay, it's alright. Gotcha. But regardless, you say go fuck my sexuality. Yeah, it's alright. Go ahead. Yeah. Fuck you and fuck your family and fuck everybody that you think that I'm gonna secure in my loan. Yeah, good night. Leave me the fuck alone. Quit antagonizing me and shut the fucking door right now. You think it's cute that you're talking to me and looking at me like I'm a fucking faggot? Shut the fucking door right now. Shut the fucking door right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Shut it.
She started to swear at the officer and his family, and even at some point blamed that he was looking at her with wrong intention. On top of that, she acted as if she was the chief, ordering the officer to shut the car door so she could sit peacefully in the car.
I I need a supervisor right now on the body camera.
Okay.
Per my supervisor on my GPO. Yep, you heard it.
I don't know what that means.
Do you need 5 officers or you're a fucking retard?
Well, I have a female
you heard
here.
What the fuck I said? I want a supervisor right now.
Okay,
for
I am the
city.
supervisor.
Shut the fuck up for the Cleveland. You heard
I am
the
the
fuck
supervisor.
I said. For the Cleveland.
Okay, I am the supervisor. I am
for
on
the
this
city
shift.
of Cleveland. Shut the fuck up.
You want a supervisor for the city of Cleveland?
You want to sit there and laugh for what the fuck I said over there? You thought it was a fucking joke?
I don't know what you're talking about. Get out.
You thought what the
We're gonna
fuck
get
I said was a joke?
This officer's going to pat you
Pull me
down.
out then. Pull me out. Go on.
Okay,
pull
you
me
indicated
out.
to me that you might have a weapon on you because you're a Cleveland police officer.
I said that. Go on.
You said I should have patted
Hey,
you down.
Hey, go ahead.
Well, we're going to have you get out.
You got every fucking
We're going to
right.
ask you nicely.
Hey,
I'm going to step back and she
for
can
the
do it.
city of Cleveland.
Mhm.
For when I say I don't have a fucking weapon.
You want a supervisor?
Go ahead,
You want a
baby boy.
supervisor from the city of
It's all
Cleveland?
right, go ahead.
You really want that?
If swearing at the police wasn't enough, she kept requesting them to call their supervisor, most likely so she could inform her that she also works as a cop, with the expectation that the supervisor would allow her to leave based on her position. But that wasn't going to happen on their watch.
What precinct do you want the supervisor out of?
What am I under arrest for?
Where do you want your supervisor?
Why am I under arrest?
What precinct?
Why am I under arrest?
She's not the one that arrested you. It doesn't matter.
Why am I under arrest? You don't know, baby girl? Do you want me to tell you?
Driving under the influence.
Tell me.
For what?
What are
Baby
you gonna tell
girl,
me?
why am I under arrest?
Baby girl, what are you going to tell me?
For what? Because you don't know. Because
Okay.
you're fucking, you're brand new. Why am I under arrest?
Come on, let's
I
jump out
need
of
to
this
tell
car.
you. Do it.
Go ahead, you tell me
Do
whatever
it.
you want to tell me.
You fucking do it. Violate my fucking rights.
I'm not.
Do it. Why am I under arrest?
Let's get out of the
For
car.
what?
so we
Why?
can
I'm
move on.
asking you, female officer, why am I under
No,
arrest?
female darling.
Well,
Let's get
before
out of
you
the
put
car.
your fucking dirty lesbian hands on me, why am I under arrest?
Let's get out of the car now.
Why am I under arrest?
Get out of the car.
For
Get out
what?
of the car.
What and why? What am I under arrest for?
Come on.
What
We're
am
gonna
I
get out.
under arrest for?
Driving
I'm
under the
asking
influence
you.
of alcohol.
What am I under arrest for?
Get out of the car.
Do you know why?
When Elena's behavior became odd, a female officer was called to the scene in the hope that it might calm her down. However, this didn't work, as Elena began throwing tantrums and verbally abusing the female officer as well.
No, stop.
I asked for my supervisor 5 fucking times.
What do you need?
Nothing.
That's a fucking joke to you.
I'm good.
Yeah,
You're good. We're good.
Yeah, you're good. Give me my fucking supervisor.
I am ready to leave. Are you ready to leave?
6 fucking times. I want my supervisor now.
You want me to come with you?
No, we're good.
Wait, sorry.
I mean, you could. Yeah, we're good.
Give me my fucking supervisor for the 6th motherfucking time.
Alright, well.
Okay, well.
No, okay, you don't give a fucking cocksucker.
If you need anything else, let me know.
Yeah. Well, is Carpenter working?
Yes, he just arrested
Give me my fucking supervisor now!
Tell him
I've
I-
asked for him
I
about
wanted
5
him here for
fucking
this. Nobody
times.
else. That he should have been here.
He didn't even get
Yeah,
dispatched.
you'll see, you fucking fat
He was on post
fuck.
doing paperwork.
You're a disgusting fucking pig. Fucking fat fuck.
Alright.
That hurts
Be
my
safe.
feelings.
Fucking poor fucking fat wife.
That hurts my feelings.
Yeah.
You're hurting my feelings.
I wish we had nice MCPs like that.
Fucking dude.
That hurts my feelings.
Disgusting.
Well, you're hurting my feelings.
Elena kept shouting for the officers to call her supervisor, but she wasn't in a restaurant where her demands would be met. The officers ignored her and drove her to jail, a place where she surely belonged.
How's everybody doing?
What's her name?
Elena?
Elena.
Yeah, I think so. This is our only property.
Elena faced multiple charges, including OVI, reckless operation, failure to control, and was placed on administrative leave pending trial. All charges were dismissed except for OVI, resulting in an $875 fine, a 30-month license suspension, 10 days in jail, 1 year probation, and $3,723 in restitution. But what about a lieutenant who, fearing the loss of his career, gambled with the career of an on-duty officer?
Out of the vehicle! You're getting a taser. Back up. Taser right now if you don't get out.
On November 13, 2016, Deputy Zach Morrison was alerted to multiple complaints regarding a vehicle driving recklessly, causing a collision with several vehicles and narrowly avoiding running off the road on numerous occasions. Upon pulling over the vehicle in Montmorency County, Deputy Zachary discovered that the driver was none other than Brian Filipiaak, a lieutenant from Washtenaw County. And what the lieutenant did in the next few minutes was nothing short of being childish.
Can I see your license, registration, proof of insurance? Okay. You got your ID, department ID, and your driver's license. The reason why I'm stopping you is we got multiple reckless driving calls about you. Okay. And then when I'm following you, you're hitting the shoulder of the road. You been drinking? How many?
Just a couple.
Okay. Where are you reaching in the back for? I seen you reaching in the back. You have an open container back there?
I did, yeah.
Okay. You been drinking on the way here?
Just going.
You got your registration, proof of insurance?
Brian appeared to be calm and complied with the deputy's request of providing documents initially, but that wouldn't last for too long. Deputy Zachary was more concerned about the number of drinks Brian had, which were 2.
Brian, I'm going to have you step out of the car. I'm going to do a field sobriety test for you. Okay? Where are you going to camp?
Huh?
Where are you going to camp?
Milwaukee, Michigan. So.
Where?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee, Michigan? Where's that? Just around. It's Hillman right around the corner. Hawks?
Huh? No, past the Hawks.
I have no clue where that's at.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you to step out of the vehicle. What would you like me to do?
Just let me go.
I can't. I had multiple phone calls. You'd be in the same situation if I was in the vehicle in your county, correct?
I don't know.
When the deputy asked Brian to get sobriety tests conducted as he was seriously concerned about his blood alcohol content, Brian flatly refused. And not only did he want to get out of the car, but he also continued putting up reasons not to comply and even demanded to be released.
So, please step out of the vehicle for me. You know how this works.
I know. But
okay? So I'm asking you nicely.
I know you are, but just let me go.
I can't let you go. We're way past that point. You know this. No.
So,
my bosses already know.
That's fine.
That's not fine. Step out of this vehicle right now.
Just let me go. Be a good guy.
I am being a good guy. Brian, out of this vehicle. I'm asking you nicely. I don't want to see anything worse happen. Okay?
No, just let me go.
Brian.
I will go sleep in the bushes.
You know, the next thing, I'm going to go hands-on with you.
No,
and you're going to go to jail for R&O. You want that?
No, I don't want that.
Out of this vehicle right now.
Stop.
Okay, I've been nice to you.
Hold on.
The deputy kept requesting Brian to step out of the vehicle, but Brian kept making excuses and did his best to dodge the officer's questions. But when the situation was getting out of hand, the deputy had no other option but to threaten Brian.
Just let me stop over and call it, okay?
I can't.
Do me a favor.
I can't.
Oh my God.
I'm not losing my career over you.
And I'm not losing my career either, so.
So, you doing exactly what you're doing is not helping your career out.
No, it's not. Well, no, just let me go over.
I can't. We're done. Out of this vehicle now. I'm getting done with you.
All right. What's your name again?
Deputy Morrison.
Morrison.
Zach Morrison.
Just let me.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
You think I want to do this? Arrest a fellow cop?
Yes, I think you do.
Why?
I don't know. Just
I know this career. I know what you go through every day.
No, just let me go over.
Why do you think I want to arrest a cop?
Brian then questioned the deputy's duty, claiming that he wants to arrest him while having every authority to let Brian leave. But when Brian made statements about the deputy's profession, he made it very clear that Brian couldn't leave without facing charges.
No.
Okay,
Last time, step out of this vehicle peacefully. with me. Be a man about it.
So can we be a...
Step out peacefully.
No.
Be a man about it.
Right.
And let's deal with the consequences.
So,
or I start yanking in you and get you out of here. And if you keep resisting, you're going to get a taser.
no, I'm not going to fight you. So I'm just telling you, I will pull over and we'll sleep it off.
We're done with this.
No, I will. Just be a...
Claire, out of this vehicle now.
Be
out of this vehicle now.
Don't touch
Brian,
me.
out of this vehicle now.
Don't touch me.
Let's step out.
No,
you know this. Out of this vehicle.
No.
Out of this vehicle. You are resisting an officer.
No,
you know
I'm
this.
Not. Just to think about it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm not losing my career over you. Out of this
I'm
vehicle.
not going to leave it either.
Quit
so
pulling away.
I will go and pull over.
Quit.
No, hold on. I will go pull over and...
No, we're out of the vehicle now.
No.
Brian continued to argue with the officer over whether he should be allowed to leave or park his car on the side of the road so he could sleep. However, that situation was far from finished, as the deputy now had every reason to arrest Brian.
Let me just pull off.
Our hands are tied.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No.
Out of this vehicle.
Oh my gosh. No, don't.
Out.
No.
We just have to. Out.
Brian, go.
No, hold on, guys.
Brian.
One more time.
Step out of the vehicle.
No,
Brian.
one more time.
Step
okay?
out
You're
of the
going to
vehicle.
get a fucking taser.
No, one more
out
time.
of the vehicle.
Can we talk about it?
Step out of the vehicle.
17, step it up.
No. Can we talk about it? Guys.
Step out of the vehicle.
You're getting a taser. Back up.
No.
Taser right now if you don't get out.
Make it work, okay?
Out. Right now. Go to the front of my car.
The footage makes it evident that the officers didn't try to use any force on Brian because they were worried about his safety. But the deputy had to threaten to use a taser since Brian wouldn't give up, and it eventually worked as Brian was convinced to obey and get out of the car. But then...
I'm doing my job, you know that.
Yeah, and I'm doing my job too.
Okay.
So.
If you're not going to do field sobriety, let's turn around, place your hands in your back, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
You are under arrest.
No,
You are under arrest. Don't resist, Brian.
No.
Come on.
Come on. Okay, stop.
You're
stop.
under. You're not.
No,
gonna
I'm not resisting, but don't. Let's stop.
You're
Let's talk about
up.
it. Let's talk about it. Okay.
We've talked.
No.
You're under arrest.
No.
Place your hands behind your back.
No.
Don't make it even worse.
No, I'm not. Let's talk about it. Let's just.
No. Stop. I don't want to put you on the ground.
No.
I don't want to make
you
this
either.
worse.
All right, I will just sleep it off.
You're. Dude, stop it right now. You know.
Stop tensing up, man.
I'm not. I'm not.
Stop it.
I don't need those on.
You are getting handcuffs on because you're fighting us the entire time.
I want to talk to you guys.
Brian refused to take a field sobriety test to guarantee he was not above the legal limit of 0.08%. And in response to such an action, officers were left with no other option than to put him in cuffs. But Brian still considered arguing with the officers the best idea.
What other options do we have?
You could have manned up and talked.
I did.
You made us forcefully push you out of this vehicle.
Yeah, well, there was
forcefully
no option.
handcuffed you.
But
Yes,
there
it was. Option was to man up and talk to us.
I did. I would.
We're doing what we have to do. It is our
I
job.
get
You know
and
that.
I already told you I would go by the side of the road and sleep it off. So.
Okay, we're done with that. Backseat of my car, please.
No.
You're already under arrest. Backseat
Dude.
of my patrol car.
Dude.
Brian.
Dude. Guys.
Brian.
No. Just think about it.
I'm done.
No.
In my car. In my car. Get in there. Crawl in. I don't care. You're sitting down. You're sitting down in my car.
Let's talk about it, buddy.
Sit down and we'll talk.
No, we won't.
Okay, then sit down and we won't talk, regardless of anything. Sit down.
Have a seat.
Stop, guys.
Have a seat. Watch your head. In my car.
No, stop. I'm not going to fight.
I just grab his shoulder and start pulling him. Brian, please don't kick me.
Following the incident, officers searched Brian's vehicle and found a bottle of vodka. Action was taken against Brian, and he was sentenced to 1 year of probation with a deferred jail sentence. But how intoxicated must someone be to remain unresponsive for 10 minutes, only to suddenly awaken and exhibit aggressive behavior?
I'm a constitutional fucking officer.
Good. I know.
This is not.
On November 16, 2018, Kalkaska Sheriff's Deputy Ashley Van Slotten responded to multiple calls about a vehicle parked on the side of M66 Highway with an unresponsive male sleeping over the steering wheel. When officers arrived to investigate the situation, they noticed the man sleeping in the car was Midland County Sheriff Scott Stevenson.
What's that? I need to know you're all right. Right now, you don't look all right. What's your name? Look like you're going hunting, no? Yeah? Sir, do you have any medical conditions at all? Have you been drinking? Sir, you need to talk to me.
Even after repeated attempts to communicate with Scott, he remained unresponsive. It was unclear whether he was deliberately ignoring the officer or genuinely unconscious, but it really appeared as if he was drunk.
How did you get here is the question.
Yeah, I know. Bad dealio.
Where are you coming from?
Midland.
Midland?
I'm from Midland.
Okay.
Hey.
4031 Central. He's responsive now. I've got him talking.
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
You know who I am or not?
I don't know who you are. Look. Well, let me step out of the.
No.
It's Van Sloten. What's?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
Well, someone. My dispatcher called. Someone thought you were dead over here.
I'm fucking good. Hey. Listen.
No, I don't know.
Van
I don't.
Sloten, hey, listen.
I don't know who you are.
I'm fucking Midland County Sheriff. I'm fucking good. I had a fucking bad day. Okay?
After 5 minutes of repeated requests, Scott finally responded, but he appeared to be lost and unable to grasp the situation, possibly due to intoxication. The first thing Scott did was show his badge to the officer, perhaps in an attempt to influence the investigation, but it did not affect the outcome.
Step out. Yeah, step out. Talk to them. We're gonna need to know you're all right because they already have been called. You know the drill.
I'm fine. I'm embarrassed. I'm not.
I realize that. I know, but I guess I just talked to my sergeant and he said you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. No, I understand.
I
understand.
I understand. I mean, I get the camaraderie and the, we're all...
No, it's more about, I understand what you're saying. I do. I get it.
And...
how embarrassing is it? I've arrested more...
I respect the hell out of you. I do. But I talked to Kevin...
I've had a bad gosh darn day.
Yeah.
With mom and my uncle, and I don't want to give you a sob story. I'm not going to do that.
Scott was then asked to step out of the car for further investigation and tests, but he was very hesitant as he knew his reputation would be lost. So he began playing the sympathy card to avoid the situation.
You know the drill. No problems with your eyes, no medical issues. You're...
Go ahead.
You're the... I'm gonna use my pen. I'm freezing. So I don't know how this is gonna... I'm freezing my guts up. I use my pen, so, okay?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, can't really do, 9, 10. Oh, shit.
Trying to slant here.
Yeah, you wanna start over when on a more flat surface?
I'm good.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
After having conversations with Scott for almost 5 minutes, a field sobriety test was conducted, which he failed as he was unable to maintain his balance and could not walk properly due to the number of drinks he has had.
I'm a constitutional fucking officer.
Good. I know.
This is not a.
Okay.
Okay. You can't fucking do it. You can't fucking.
Well,
do
if you
that.
refuse,
I understand, Jerry.
Like,
yes.
you got to blow.
Okay. I did, but I didn't blow hard enough.
Well, what?
I got to reset.
Okay. Blow, 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 blow.
Is that good?
Might be.
Jesus.
Oh, shit, Jerry. Well, you know what? Hey.
Despite failing the test, Scott's attitude was shocking as he seemed to believe that being a constitutional officer would help him avoid charges. However, his breathalyzer test showed a blood alcohol content of 0.233, which was well above the legal limit.
Are you serious? I can't fucking go to jail for drunk driving, man.
You created this situation.
Okay.
You know this. And it's a shit sandwich and you're throwing it at her feet.
I'm not trying to throw it at her
I know,
feet.
I know.
So
I understand you're upset.
I am so sorry
and
with
everyone
you.
has it. I know. You don't have to apologize to me.
I was pulled over on the fucking road, man.
I know.
It's not like I hit somebody or it was fucking.
I know.
I pulled over. I'm like, fuck. I gotta.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Man, Slocum, please fucking help me out, man. Just fucking please fucking help me out. Jesus Christ. Jerry, fuck.
It's not my call. I mean,
It is your fucking call to a certain extent.
Well,
it is. Where's your fucking sergeant? I mean, Jesus Christ, Jerry, come on, man. I got chilly in the back of my goddamn car to go to your fucking place, man.
At this point, Scott was trying everything possible to avoid going to jail. He pleaded, cried, and made various requests, but unfortunately for him, he was not above the law.
Kevin Schaub's probably one of the better sergeants you can talk to.
I don't need to.
Scott was now facing full heat from the officers, as the officers decided to take him to jail where he could speak with the sergeant. But what's important to note is that he was neither handcuffed nor had any of his personal belongings taken.
So, there's a problem with the machine apparently. So let's take you in for a blood draw. It'll be the same. No, you won't get any violations on your restricted. Hey, I'm not trying to do it wrong, man. I was just saying there's a problem with our machine. Because she's done it 4 or 5 times and it's coming for same favors. Yeah. I did refuse.
No.
No, this is it because
Who said that?
Griff. Yeah, that's what Griff said.
Oh,
Just to put on the machine to take him in for a blood draw.
No, I realize that, but do we know that?
He's gonna put it in until I was just need to come fix it again. Ever since they got the new guy, it's been problems.
Yeah, I guess.
We good to go? I gotta go clean here. Who?
After a 50-minute conversation, Scott was taken to the hospital for blood tests, but the tests were never conducted. In the end, he was arrested for operating a vehicle while impaired. His punishment was relatively lenient, resulting in a 1-year probation period. But what about an officer who thought he could use his position to avoid arrest?
I offered SFST right now. Road you
On September 12, 2021, Officer Haddon was patrolling US 165 near LA 847 when he noticed a sedan on the side of the road and a male subject standing outside the vehicle. As Haddon approached, he identified the subject as Ola Chief of Police Jody Oir, who was standing at the rear of the vehicle urinating.
How much you have to drink?
Beer? No, it's not true. 1 ginger ale and Jameson.
1 ginger ale and Jameson?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah, that was at the pink bar. And
on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you think you're at right now on compare?
Man, I have 16-hour shift today.
No. Just where you at on impairment? I'm trying to get an idea.
I mean, again, about 1 ginger ale and Jameson, so that's about 3. I mean, did you get a call on me a while ago?
No. I just pulled over to check on the vehicle, and I mean,
I pulled over and I had to pee so fucking bad because we dropped her friend off at the Circle K in Monroe. And I had to pee so fucking bad. And I pulled over and y'all pulled up and I was peeing and I saw the West toilet.
At first, Jody claimed he had 1 beer, but later admitted to having 2 when the officers pressed him, though it was clear he had consumed more. But wait till you find out the actual number of drinks he really had.
I offered SFST right now. Road you
We've all been trained that way. You don't do FFST. We all know that. If you say no, plain and simple.
Would you provide a breath sample?
We've all been trained. You say no. So we've all been trained. All of us here. All 4 of y'all. Like, you know that. Like, you won the academy before me and Matt won the academy after me. You say no. So we've all been trained.
So do you know you put us all in a real bad spot right now, right?
I mean, pulling over and peeing. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'll do it, but I'm going to say no. And, I mean, I'll hire a lawyer, but, I mean, I know. But we've all been trained that way. I'm saying no. I'm not going to provide anything and hire a lawyer.
Jody tried to flex his position as an officer by straight up refusing to undergo standard field sobriety tests and a breath test, believing his influence of position would affect the DUI investigation. But that was less likely to happen.
Spin around for me, Joe.
Yes, sir.
You can put me in your bag, please.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way I can help?
Ma'am.
Is there any way I can help?
Call a ride.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
You have my phone. Call this or handle it.
Dispatch. 1015 for 35.
Don't have anything. No. All my stuff is inside the car. Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, my wallet and everything's inside the car. No.
Officers showed no mercy over his position, and Jody was instantly placed in cuffs on the charges of DWI. But despite him being handcuffed, the drama still wasn't over.
I literally just dropped off 13 friends that had been drinking literally all day. Like, you can call Monroe PD. They were at Circle K in Monroe, arresting people, and I was standing there talking to them. All of them were drunk, and I was like, look, we're driving home. I had 1 ginger ale with Jameson, and we got there at 9 o'clock to started at 11, and we left 25, 30 minutes ago, and I literally did not want to stop and he had Circle K because we dropped them off there. And I'm I got to pee. And I knew, well, not right here, not this one. I don't want this one. The next one up, that was Terrell, the Rock Yard, the River Service.
Joey tried his best to avoid the arrest by telling officers that it was his friends who actually drank, but not him. But officers couldn't really believe him due to his mumbling words, and he also did confess to having one drink.
I'll let Bert. He's gonna give you an opportunity to another breath sample if you want to.
Yeah.
If you're good and all you have is your drink, you won't be up.
Come on,
if you're
like none of us.
If you're under the limit, we're gonna bring you right back here.
If that's not true. But you know, you legally can't. Well, you legally can't.
If you're under arrest for suspicion of DWI, and you commit a breath sample below the legal limit.
Well, you legally can't drop someone off to the vehicle that's had at least 1 alcohol beverage. You can't do that.
If I was going to bring you back to your vehicle to drive.
But you can't drop them off that vehicle.
She's calling a ride, right?
But she's had more to drink than I.
But she's calling a ride is what I'm saying. If someone comes to pick her up and you submit a breath sample that's below the legal limit, you're not over the legal limit, we're not going to arrest you for DWI. We'll bring you back here to ride with whoever you contact.
After Jody refused to take the test, he was detained and handcuffed to be transported to jail for further questioning. And once he was inside the jail, another twist came up in the story.
It talks a lot.
Oh boy, we're going to be down here a minute.
Yes, sir. All right, let me get these off of you. Yeah, pull them down, because I got them from the inside. Right there. That's cool right there. I have a few more questions for a follow-up interview.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Jody, what the deputy on the scene was trying to explain to you, okay, and I know you're familiar with, everything.
Yes.
Okay, if you feel like you're not intoxicated,
yes,
then if you blow and if you're under a .08,
yeah,
you're not gonna get charged.
Well, we've both been through police academy, correct?
Yeah.
They tell you first off, if you ever go through police academy and you go through field sobriety test, they say do not do field sobriety test and do not do intoxicants. They say that.
Well, see, I've never went through the field sobriety test.
Yes.
I'm not qualified for that, so I cannot do that. But I am qualified to. Yeah, what I'm saying is I can run the machine, but I can't do the roadside. It's just something that,
That's all.
Yeah, it is, but.
Well, when you go through police academy, they tell you, even if you're post-certified, and even if you're, do not.
But I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Yes,
but I still got to, what I'm saying? You got you.
I understand completely.
Just make sure you. I figured you did, but I want to make sure 100%.
No, I understand.
Jody was asked a few questions and offered another chance to take a breath test. The officer explained that a test showing under .4 could help him, but Jody knew he was way above the limit, so he refused once more.
Were you involved in an accident today?
No, sir.
Have you had any alcoholic beverage since the accident?
No, sir.
All right, well, Mr. Jody, appreciate your cooperation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
And like I said, this is your copy.
Well, I mean, do you want to get that?
Yeah, we could do it. And look, when I get back to the office,
yes,
we have some more paperwork we have to do.
Okay.
And because this printer doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then when I print out your driver license forms and other stuff, I'll run it back down here to you.
Okay.
He was arrested and booked for suspicion of driving while intoxicated. The vehicle was released to a friend, Justin Carr, and the case was closed with the arrest. No further information is present on the internet about the case. But is it okay to slam an off-duty chief in a police car for his own wrongdoings?
Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me.
On November 9, 2023, officers from the Bradley Beach Police Department were conducting a DWI stop that had resulted in an accident. Among those present at the scene were Sergeant William Major and his team. However, the situation got out of hand when their chief, Leonardo Guido, arrived at the scene in casual dress while intoxicated.
He's giving them problems that we need to be aware of. I can't get any. Can you tell me your first name at least?
First of all, why you got a jacket on that's not fit to be worn? What's on the back of it?
What do you mean?
Look at it, tell me what's on the back of it.
It washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant, for God's sake.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this DWI, okay?
This off-duty Chief Leonard, who had no authority to even order his juniors, asked Sergeant William to remove his jacket in front of everyone, explaining that it did not fit him. And as a result, something shocking happened.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over here.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Get over here.
I'm on a DWI. Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. You have a problem? Fuck. You grabbed me. What? Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him in. Take him.
No, you're going to go in.
Take him.
Drunk again. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
The scene worsened when the sergeant threw Chief Leonard into his own police cruiser after the chief tried to grab him. Adding to the stress, the sergeant said he's drunk again, implying that this was not the first time the chief seemed intoxicated in a critical circumstance.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No,
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You're grabbing me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
That's the first thing. Billy,
I'm trying to get away from everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
no, I'm
please,
not in
stop.
trouble.
Stop,
I'm not in
stop,
trouble.
stop.
You're going to be in trouble.
Stop,
You're
Billy. Billy.
Chief, I'm working at DWI.
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Shut up.
No.
You're in trouble because this is the first thing. First of all, I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM for?
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
It's funny how the sergeant told his senior that if he tried to be more aggressive or interrupted him, it would result in his immediate arrest. But the chief really appeared to be stubborn because he was not willing to cooperate.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're going to have to go inside.
No, how about we do this?
No.
We go inside.
Billy, you're going to have to go inside right now with me. You're going to have to go inside and
we're in a serious collision.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene, okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said come over here.
You're out of line. You grab me. It's on video.
Billy.
It's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash to work.
Billy.
I have a job to do.
You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
Okay.
You're relieved.
I'll go home.
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved. Go in the headquarters and wait for me.
After my crash.
No, Billy, you're relieved.
I have officers here,
Billy,
right here. They could get waffled because my car is blocking it.
Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy, don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes.
Despite the fact that the sergeant was simply doing his job, the chief informed him of his suspension. It seems that the chief's decision came up from wounded pride after being publicly smashed into a police car for his own mistakes.
Billy, come here.
I'm going home. We can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
I'm suspended. I'm going home.
And you're going to wait for me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
You're going to go in the headquarters and wait for me there.
Let me work my crash. This is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more to say.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain something to you. Billy, you're suspended.
Okay.
All right. Wait for me in there. That's an order.
Following this incident, no action was taken against Sergeant Williams, and he was asked to continue working despite the chief's suspension. Chief Leonardo Guido was forced to retire 6 months earlier than expected, and he had previously faced suspension from his $202,000 per year post. But what about an officer who demanded to let his department sergeant deal with the case instead of him?
Yeah, but I'm also a police officer. That doesn't excuse your behavior. I know. But I don't think I was also all over the road.
On December 5, 2020, this 26-year-old deputy, Julian Navarret, was pulled over by an ASU police officer for driving his vehicle at 60 miles per hour in a 40-mile-per-hour zone. The officer reportedly observed Navarret pulling out of a bar, meaning that he could be drunk driving, which led to a traffic stop.
I got me now. All right, man. Well, you've been drinking, right? A couple drinks. Yeah. How come you're driving? Dude, you're all over the place. Am I? Good. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm right there off of McClintock and Ciacchi. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to go home, bro. Right. I got you. Yeah, no, I know. You had too much to drink, man?
Arnold University.
I'm not gonna lie.
No 28 is going to your
Why
white
don't you go ahead and hop out?
Chevy Sonic.
Just turn fix the car for me. You don't have your gun on you?
No, I'm going to
What's that?
You don't got to do it on me.
Right.
No, I got you, dude. I've done this many times.
Alright, well, we're going to do a DUI investigation, man. You're all over the place. Here, come stand over here, man.
As soon as officers pulled Julian over, he was asked to step out. Julian appeared calm, almost confident in his safety using his status as a cop, but officers proceeded with their investigation nonetheless.
Can we let anybody else in the vehicle go through this?
Why would we do that?
So we can go home?
But you've been drinking, dude, and you were driving.
Yeah, but I'm also a police officer.
That doesn't excuse your behavior.
I know. But I don't think I was also all over the road.
I'm telling you what I saw.
Yeah.
Okay?
I got you, man.
You've told me you were drinking.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's also...
It doesn't matter if you're an officer or not.
Then that puts me my job at risk, right?
You don't think it's going to put mine at risk if I don't do this?
Dude, I understand. But can I maybe someone else put behind the wheel? Behind the wheel?
You see, you're slurring your words.
I am. I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to risk my career off this.
Off-duty PCSO.
As soon as the officers were about to conduct Julian's sobriety test, he made a weird and funny demand to let his passenger take the test instead of him, using his status as a cop to try and get out of it, which was not unexpected.
How much you got to drink tonight?
I've had enough.
What is enough? 1 beer, 2? Are we drinking beer or mixed drinks?
Mixed drinks.
How many?
3.
3?
Yeah.
When was your first mixed drink?
What was it?
When was it?
Probably about 11.
When was your last drink?
Probably about midnight.
And what kind of drinks were you having?
I was having cranberry tequila.
So 3 cranberry tequilas between 11 and midnight, right? It's now a little after 2 o'clock? It's a little after 2 o'clock now, right?
Yes, sir.
And you chose to drive, right? Do you feel like you were impaired?
I feel like I could have got my friends home.
Yes, no question. Do you feel like you're impaired? You made the decision to drive. Do you feel like you're impaired, or do you feel like you're okay to drive?
I feel like I'm okay to drive.
You feel like you're okay to drive?
Yeah.
Julian disclosed to the officers the amount of beer he had consumed, and it was obviously a lot, dodging the sergeant's question as he realized the serious trouble he was in.
Follow with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Don't move your head.
Asian's gonna hurt you, brother. That's why I'm telling you. I'm not trying to blow your face.
I appreciate that.
See, serious small steps?
Yep. Can you run in?
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay. All right, you can relax. You can relax. We're gonna go over here and talk to my sergeant again, okay?
After arguing for 15 minutes, Julian finally agreed to take the test, in which he performed poorly, unable to focus or maintain balance. To further clarify the case, officers proceeded to ask him for a breathalyzer test.
Blah, 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 blah. All right.
Probably about 0.8.
Hey, Julian, man. Here's the deal, brother. You're a .121.
Okay.
Okay? You're well over the legal limit. All right? So right now I am going to place you under arrest for DUI.
Can we call for something else?
For what?
So we not go through this whole thing?
What do you mean?
So it jeopardizes my career?
Man, I have to tell you, you did that to yourself. Okay?
But like I didn't crash. I didn't do anything.
Julian, here's the deal. That doesn't change anything, right? You, at the end of the day, you drank too much and you got behind the wheel of the car.
I know.
The result of the breathalyzer test showed Julian's blood alcohol level was 0.21, which was almost 3 times the limit of 0.08. Despite this, Julian continued to make demands, now insisting on calling his on-field sergeant, who he believed could intervene on his behalf.
I'll double them up for you.
Can you go in front at least?
I'll double them up for you.
Fuck!
Alright, man. Come on, let's go over to my car.
Just call my sergeant then and let him know.
What?
Fuck!
513's got a 42 for you.
That's some bullshit.
236.
Call my sergeant then and let him know.
Officers at the scene rejected Julian's demands and proceeded to arrest him, placing him in the back of the patrol car to transport him to the station for further processing.
Can you put him in front now? I'm gonna take him off once we get inside. Here, we're going this way. We're gonna go inside. I'm gonna save you as much as I can, okay?
You ain't got me.
Come on.
Are you talking about ASU?
ASU.
Damn, dude. ASU.
Oh!
Fuck.
I'll get you that info.
Julian was taken into custody for the DUI case. Upon reaching the station, the previously calm Julian lost his cool, making disrespectful comments about the officers and throwing tantrums.
I'm sure at some point they're probably going to want to take a look at the body camera video. So I'd encourage you to kind of think about that when you look at your demeanor and how you're acting right now.
Yeah, I'm fucking pissed. Because I help many motherfuckers out a lot of fucking times. Because we don't carry body cameras, dude.
Okay. Should it make a difference where the body camera is?
Yes. There's a fucking meaning out of fucking body cameras. That's why you got allow your discretion because it's body cameras.
Yep.
What was your driving?
Speed is approximately 60 in the 40, and then crossing over lane lines.
Crossing over lane lines?
Yeah.
As the officer wrote up the citation paperwork, Navarret once again made several derogatory comments about ASU, the situation he was in, and how he felt he had been treated by the officers. But what he should have done is looked upon himself, despite blaming the officers for his situation.
You want blood or breath? What's that? Yeah. You want blood or breath?
For admission.
What?
For admission.
For your chemical test.
I thought you were taking breath.
What?
Breath.
You'd rather do breath? Okay.
I don't know.
That's fine.
Julian allegedly consented to 2 additional breath tests at the station. While he and the officer waited the mandatory 15 minutes, tensions remained high.
Nice deep breath. And go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. That's good. Nice deep breath. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. All right. AFCO2? Yep.
At around 3 a.m., Navarret took 2 more breath tests that allegedly showed a blood alcohol content of 0.147 and 0.144, which was lower than what the officers saw while on the road. But despite that, the drama continued.
Dom? No, just relax. Okay? Relax, let me do all the work. And I know, based on what you've been saying, you don't like them, but...
I mean, I haven't experienced something no other deputies have, so I don't know what they are about.
Well, they've saved my bacon more times than I can count.
Now it's an accountant, like, I don't fucking care.
As the officer was fingerprinting Julian, he acknowledged that Julian didn't like body cameras, but noted that the camera had saved his bacon several times in the past.
You consented to the test, so just doing the 90-day. Okay? Stand down here.
The what?
You consented to the test and did the test, so you're just getting the 90-day suspension.
My license is suspended for 90 days?
In 15 days.
In 15 days is suspended for 90 days?
Yes. 15 days from today, your license will be suspended for 90 days.
What you're going to have to do is contact the MVD to set up a hearing and see if you can get a restricted license or not. So you have to reach out to the MVD to take care of that. But 15 days from today, the license will be suspended.
Huh. So that means no duty, right?
Probably not, man.
Alright, fuck me. Anyways.
Right index finger down in that ink. And then here in the box, we're going to do that 4 times. Oh, that's it. No. Who are you going to call for your ride? Or are you just going to Uber?
Where are we at?
Since Julian consented to everything the officers asked him to do, he didn't receive a harsh punishment. He faced only a 90-day license suspension. Later, he was allowed to call his girlfriend, who picked him up from the station via Uber. But is it even right for an off-duty officer to carry firearms in his car while speeding?
I don't give a fuck who you are. Get on your goddamn knees. Yeah, I'm a cop.
On June 12, 2022, a Monroe County deputy noticed a white sedan speeding 108 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone in Key Largo, Florida. And when the officers tried to stop the vehicle, the driver accelerated even more, showing no signs of stopping. But once the car stopped, the driver, Donovan Roas, kept claiming that he was an officer.
How many people in the car? Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car!
Get out of the car right now. Out of the car and machine hands.
As soon as the car stopped after failing miserably to evade the police, the officer ordered the driver to step out of the vehicle, as they suspected he could be a wanted criminal trying to run for his life.
Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, do not face me. Turn around.
Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the fuck up. Get right over here. I don't give a fuck who you are. Get on your goddamn knees.
Yeah, I'm a cop. Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
Then you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your fucking knees.
Officers were really disappointed when they heard that he was a cop, but most importantly, they didn't really care and went on to make him face the consequences for his actions.
You used to work for Miami-Dade.
Why you acting like that, man?
Stand there. 10-11. One in custody.
I'm acting.
Be quiet. Don't say another word. You hear me? Everything's cool, Sergeant. Of course. Of course. We gotta check this car first.
There's guns, radios, and all kinds of shit.
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
I haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, every once in a while I get stuck on that.
10-11. Release the air.
When they asked Donovan, he said that he was a police officer with Miami-Dade County, and his white sedan was an unmarked agency vehicle. And when officers searched the car, they found this.
Holy fucking shit.
He's for real.
Jesus.
This is not on.
What? Sarge, I can't see it. Well, that wasn't on when he passed me.
No, he's not on.
No, he's drunk. Did you turn that? Did you turn that on, or it was on?
No, it was on right there. On, but the visor's up.
Son of a bitch.
That is. Let's find out who's let's find out who his supervisor is, and Miranda's gonna do what we gotta do.
When officers searched the car, there were several radios, 2 Glock firearms, his badge, a body-worn camera, a tactical vest, and other law enforcement equipment. It looks like he wasn't lying when he said he was a cop.
Casey, do you have a... Let's do this by the books. Do you happen to have a Miranda card?
Yes, sir.
I feel you're impaired.
Me?
Yeah. No? Okay. Are you willing to perform field sobriety exercise to dispel my suspicion that you're impaired to drive?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Is this an agency vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Son of a bitch.
When the officer asked him if he would perform any field sobriety tests to kill the officer's doubts of DWI, he outright denied and said that he wouldn't talk without a lawyer. But yet, the on-duty officer still cared for him as he was a cop.
So I'll leave this here so you have somewhere to put everything. Donovan.
Sir.
I'm trying to get all your stuff to somebody safe. Can we contact your immediate supervisor?
Yeah, I do.
Can we contact your immediate supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can help me out.
Well, we don't want to leave all your shit here, man. We don't want to put it into property. We want to see if we can get it to a supervisor. Okay? Preferably your supervisor to keep it under wraps. So, do you happen to have his name and phone number?
Yeah.
You already invoked your right to remain silent, so I'm not going to ask you any questions, bro, man. Bro, this is not the highlight of my day.
I know.
Bro.
I'm sorry, brother, but...
Yep, don't say anything else.
And in response to that, Donovan did his best to sympathize with the officer by saying some heartwarming things, hoping that he would be let free.
Boss man, you know how many people are involved in this?
I get you, brother, but like... But we're supposed to take care of our own, bro.
Yeah, we are.
Nigga, like, I've been doing this shit for 6.5 years, bro.
And if I came to your county and I put you in this position?
Yeah, I'll take you home, like...
You take me home?
Of course.
You take me home after your sergeant shows up on scene?
Hell
and everybody's
yeah.
got cameras?
This is Miami Day, baby. We take care of you. Like,
Yeah?
this is what we're supposed to do.
I know that's what we're supposed to do, but
Unfortunately, I can't do that. You're gonna tell me I go to Miami-Dade and I flee from the cops? I'm gonna walk home?
Brother, I didn't even notice you were fleeing.
Nah, man, come on. Don't give me that bullshit. We're supposed to be brothers, right?
I won't never flee for you. That's why I pulled over. Trust me.
Yeah.
As he refused to perform any field sobriety tests and to provide any breath samples, he was placed under arrest. Donovan had been with Miami-Dade County for almost 6 years, but due to this incident, he was suspended off his duties without pay. He was then charged with fleeing and eluding and driving under the influence.